So in this video, I want to show you all the dividends that I received in 2018. And the purpose behind that is to show that even though they are small amounts, the individual amounts are small, but it adds up. It definitely adds up throughout the year and worth considering when looking for stocks to purchase. So first I'll start with my Investor's Edge account. So basically I'll just go to transaction history. So I've got two accounts in Investor's Edge, RESP and TFSA. I'll start with the TFSA. And I've got a Canadian TFSA and a US TFSA. I'll click on custom range here. I'll choose the date that I want, so January 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. Click search. And then transaction types, I'll click dividends. So here I get a list of all the dividends received in 2018 in my Canadian TFSA and US TFSA, because combined transactions, as you can see here. So as you can see, I've got transactions from January 15 all the way up to December 31st. So I'm going to click on download transactions to get it Excel format. Open the Excel file, enable editing. So of course I've got Canadian and US, so I'm going to have to filter on the US. Or maybe just add a formula here to convert to Canadian. So a quick if function. So if this equals USD, then multiply this value by, let's say, 1.3, just the average for the year. If not, then just give me this value here. So I should get $5 here. And yeah, okay, so it makes sense. And let's just make sure of the dates again. Yeah, January 15 to December 31st, 2018. So this is in my TFSA, both Canadian and US combined. So my total here is $741 Canadian. So in my TFSA in Investor's Edge, Canadian and US combined, I've got a total of $741 Canadian for 2018. Now if I look at the RESP, get transactions, I'll have to choose the custom range again. So January 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. And transaction type, I'm going to choose dividends. And I'm going to download transactions, open the Excel file, enable editing. So here it's all in Canadian, so I don't have to convert to US. So I'll just add it up here. So in this case here, I've got $195 Canadian, and I've got 741. That's on the Investor's Edge side. Now on Questrade side, pretty simple. Just go under accounts, and then go under reports, account activity. And here I have the date range, so I can choose dates that I want. So January 1st to December 31st, it's already chosen. So I'm going to give it a second to load. And then I'm going to deselect everything and just leave dividends highlighted. So as you can see, I got 23 transactions under dividends between January 1st and December 31st, 2018 for all my accounts combined. And I'm going to export to Excel. Enable editing. So yeah, once again, I've got some US and Canadian, so I'm going to have to convert them. So first I'm going to convert it to numbers. Then I'll just add a column here and add a quick if function. So equals if. So if this equals USD, then multiply this by 1.3. If not, just give me the value. And the sum will be $281 Canadian. All right, so Investor's Edge and Questrade combined, all my accounts, got a total of, for 2018, got a total of 281 plus 195 plus 741. So that's a total of $1,217 of dividends that I received in 2018 from my investments. Now, of course, not all my portfolio is in dividend stocks. I've got some stocks that pay 4% dividends, some that pay 8, some that pay 9, some that pay 15%. and some that I bought at the beginning of the year, some that I bought half year, some that I bought at the end of the year. For example, Enbridge here, this is something I already had since the beginning of the year. Pays around 7%. Kraft Heinz pays around 4%. Orange pays around 7 or 8%, and I only got one dividend payment from it. Synovus Energy, I've had it since the beginning of the year, but it's very little dividends. As you can see here, $5, one dividend payment, which is every 3/4. Got New York Mortgage Trust that I've had since the beginning of the year, and it pays 13% per year. Got General Electric, everyone knows that they just decreased their dividends, so let's not even talk about it. Hudson's Bay, very little dividends. So as you can see, they pretty much repeat themselves. So it's Synovus, Kraft Heinz, Enbridge, New York Mortgage Trust, and General Electric, Hudson's Bay. In my RESP, I've got AltaGas, Enbridge, Dollarama, Bank of Nova Scotia, Enbridge again. In Questrade, Ford, WestJet, L Brands, Walmart, American Airlines, WestJet, Walmart, Ford, AT&T, Ford, Starbucks, Procter & Gamble, AT&T, ExxonMobil, Ford again, Qualcomm, Vermilion Energy, the famous Dividend 15 Split Corp. I got twice from the DFN.to and also twice from DF.to. But then DF.to obviously interrupted the distributions. And I actually got some from NVIDIA, very little though, not even $1. So out of the 6,300 in my RESP, they all pay dividends. So 100% of my RESP holdings are stocks that pay dividends. In my TFSA and Investor's Edge, once again, 100% of them pay dividends, but they range from 1% to 13%. And this one here, Dividend 15 Split Corp 2, has interrupted their dividend distribution. So currently this one does not pay dividends, but everything else does. So in my margin account, I've got 20 different stocks and 16 of them pay dividends. They obviously range from 0.5% to maybe 6%. So Qualcomm, of course, pays dividends. MasterCard pays dividends. GE, very little. BMO, TransCanada pays. JP Morgan Chase, Barclays, Blackstone, Dollarama, ExxonMobil, Vermilion Energy, Apple, Kraft Heinz, United Steel, and NVIDIA, very little dividend. In my TFSA, 2 out of 3 pay dividends. So AT&T and Ford pay dividends, but of course Facebook does not pay dividends. And in my RRSP, so out of 11 stocks, 9 of them pay dividends. But out of those 9 stocks that pay dividends, 2 of them have interrupted their distributions, FTN.to and DF.to. So yeah, so most of my stocks pay dividends, and I do that because I see it as an income stream while I'm holding the stock, while I wait for the stock price to go up. I don't necessarily want to hold the stock forever, but I might not buy it at the right price initially. I might not buy it at the lowest price either. So while I wait for the stock to recover or go back up, at least I'm collecting something from the stock, so it doesn't feel like it's dead money. And then when the stock price recovers, then I can sell for a capital gain. So yeah, so this was all my dividends for 2018. The next video, I'll show all my capital gains for 2018. That one's going to be a little bit more complicated because I have to show all the trades basically. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, if you're going to open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral code in the description below the video to get between $25 and $250 back, depending on your deposit. And check out the links in the description below the video to help support the channel. Thanks for watching.